Hello, I am Michael A. Grosillo and I will discuss the topic about asthma. Introduction. Studying asthma is crucial because it significantly impacts welfare, academic performance, communication, mental health, and daily life, with millions of children affected worldwide, leading to high depression rates and emergency situations. Sa totoo lang, ang asthma nito is nakaka-affect talaga ng maraming tao, especially worldwide. As a matter of fact, I am an example of this disease because I have this disease. So, asthma impacts about 300 million people globally, with prevalence increasing by 50% every decade, especially among children. So, base sa Global Burden of Asthma in PubMed, National Library of Medicine, ang mga tinatamaan nga nito is yung mga children and in 40 years sa research is approximately 300 million people worldwide ang may asthma. Imagine that. Maraming tao ang nagsasuffer sa hilang na ini, though wala pa siyang cure, but asthma has treatment pero wala siyang cure. So, babalik-balik lang sa imong hilang na ini. Kahit may treatment ka, so pag ilang weeks na naman, okay, di ka nag-treatment, babalik na naman. So, maghihirap ka na naman. Imagine that, maraming taong mga naapektuhan nito at still today, yung mga example ng mga tao na wala namang pambili is talagang magsasuffer sila sa sa disease na ito. At by the way, inherited trait. Ang asthma again is tinuturing siya na chronic inflammatory lung disease, though inherited nga siya. So, mas common siyang inaapod na disease because cause niya na pag-swell kang airways and pag narrow kang airways kang sa tong lungs, and it produces mucus leading to breathing difficulties. So, ano naman ang signs and symptoms kung meron kang asthma? So, common signs and symptoms is wheezing, whistling sound, another example naman is yung shortness of breath na parang di ka nakakangos agad po nga nasasakitan magangos. So, next is ang chest tightness. Parang for example, another symptoms and signs is chronic coughing. So, okay yan. Especially night. So, yan. Totoo talaga is talagang banggi talaga siya na na nagluluwas or kaya naman early morning. So, factors. So, ang asthma is can develop siya through a combination of genetic nga yung sinabi natin. So, genetic, pwede siya maging disorder and pwede siya maging disease. So, but mostly, generalized ang asthma as disease. So, sa risk factor is first is ang genetic factor sa family history of asthma, and next is presence of allergen atopy, and next is genetic tendency toward an overreactive immune response. Another risk factor is ang environmental factor. So, exposure to allergens like dust mites, itong mga nasa sa dust mites nga yun. Pollen, yung nasa flower, o ganyan, pag nasa ka, sa luwas, and animal dander, mold, cockroach droppings. So, udo kang mga cockroach. And another that is most common sa environmental factors is yung mga induced kang human, which is pollution, vehicle exhaust smog, and tobacco smoke, active or second-hand smoker, itong induced yun na to. Workplace irritants like chemicals, fumes, pag nagtatrabaho ka sa laboratory or sa mga pabrika na mga nag-induce ng mga chemicals or kaya ning mga aso na pwede pwede siya maging risk factor nga sa imong sa hawak mo. And next is ang respiratory triggers, which is viral infections like common colds, flu, RSV. And next is sinusitis and weather changes. Pag nabigla ang hawak mo, biglang nag-init, biglang naglipot, pwede itong maging trigger nga. So, another risk factor sa respiratory triggers ay ang strong odors like perfumes, cleaning agents, o katong downy, mga gayan na mga kang sunrocks is talaga is real siya sa kuya, as a patotoo ko nga is talaga pag napaparoon ko siya parang yun lang yung mga risk factor na nagde-develop kang sa tong asthma.